obviously mentioned a few times about BMW and the OEMs. The trial, I think you published sort of some of the information quite recently. Just as a small business learning, sort of working with a much larger company, what learnings did you guys get from that? How was the experience?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's been it was a fantastic experience working with BMW. The key really is getting the right sponsorship, at the executive level within those organisations, and we've got some, the very highest level there, really supported our initiative. The other thing is to be very, reasonable in terms of what it is that you're looking to achieve when you start off working with an organisation like that. We're a young, well, not me, but the company is a young startup, and I think you're not partnering, therefore you need to be really focused at what it is that you want to do within a very limited sort of time frame. So we focused on a very fairly simple use case, and delivered on that in a sort of over a 10-week time period, and it's proven to be very successful.
Yeah, you carry on obviously beyond the sort of 10 weeks. Is there?
Yeah, it's still live. It's out there. It's going out. So so we built a wallet branded by Alphabet, and that wallet is in the app stores. And the use case was really simple. So if you look at it from a fleet perspective, one of the challenges from fleet is maintaining an ongoing relationship with your customer, and really understanding how many sort of miles they're driving in their car, and encouraging them to report that back. It's a perennial problem for sort of fleet. So by creating a really simple smart contract and a wallet, and then just encouraging the driver to take a photo of the dashboard, capture the mileage, upload. That goes up to Alphabet, and then for that they receive a DOVU token. So really simple use case, not relying upon connected cars or autonomous vehicles or anything in the future. It's stuff that can be done now on any vehicle, but it's using blockchain, it's using a wallet, it's using a token, and I think more importantly, the end user, the driver, doesn't need to know about any of that. It doesn't need to know it's on blockchain. They don't need to have any of the hassles that would be associated right now with owning some cryptocurrency. They just sort of type in their username, type in their password, download the wallet, and take the photo, press a button, get a token.
Yeah, and then those tokens, what could they? Is it like a
so they'll be redeemed? So they can be redeemed within the BMW sort of ecosystem. Right. So so that's how that particular project will go forward.
As part of your kind of offering, you mentioned quite a lot about a marketplace. So what kind of how's that going to work? What kind of services are going to be on there? Is it offers from people to consumers for their certain types of data, or how do you see that kind of working?
So I think that if you take a look at where this whole tokenization and blockchain sort of movement is heading, I think we need to sort of not think about sort of voucher systems or the marketplaces as we currently see. So as we go forward, there's going to be a proliferation of tokens. So right now, I think there are about 6,000 tokens out there, and that's just growing and growing and growing. So the idea is that you'll be able to really, within your wallet, which will act as a sort of marketplace or an exchange, you'll be able to quickly transfer by your thumb, really one token for another token.
Right.
So you'll be by generating value in one area, you'll be able to transfer it somewhere else. So the idea that can be, it can be, maintained within a mobility space. But the beauty of earning a reward is that as a consumer, you want to have the freedom to spend it how you want to spend it. So don't restrict it in that way. I think that the bit that sort of gets more interesting, though, so you've got this freedom of transferring, which you can't do if you're, I don't know if you were in Tesco Club points or Nectar points or whatever. So that's one thing. You don't control the environment. The other bit that's really interesting is that the organisations such as BMW, sort of Jaguar, and others that we're going to be working with, who are going to be providing providing the tokens as a result of doing some activity can still start to still use their first-party data around the customer. And then they're able to provide special, sort of bonuses, special events, special activities and services on top of the token, specifically for their customer base. So yes, the tokens can be liberated and free, and enter into any marketplace that's out there. But still, there can be special curated sort of pieces of services and content, and for that particular brand.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned it's incredibly powerful for brands. It's a potential avenue for car launches or experiential kind of things. Visit our stand at such and such an event, and you'll get a VIP treatment because you've got certain thresholds. So I can really see that actually working.
Yeah, and if you start to look at, it's actually the tokenization, whatever the right word is, of that sort of customer behaviour. And of the so as I say, if there is a car launch, then you want to encourage someone to go to that launch. If you want to test drive, you want to encourage somebody to do that. So again, using simple smart contracts and using that instant process of getting that reward instantly, not having to wait 30 days and seeing if it updates in your account. That's really interesting. And then if you add sort of the gamification aspect into the wallet, then you can be top 10. Top 20, course, and then you can start to have that element of it where it sort of says, I'm the top 20 sort of most valuable sort of, brand ambassador, in the region, in the country, on the planet, whatever that is. So things, we're used to that type of thing in the games that people play on their phones, whether that's you're playing Candy Crush, and they're gamifying you to sort of encourage you to certain activities. Then really that's what sort of smart contracts, gamification, and wallets and tokens can do. It's just to encourage and nudge people to certain types of behavior.